All right, so now we're going to read a couple poems together and we're going to think about the different things that we notice. And so I'm going to read The Base Stealer, and I want you to pay attention to the things that we know about poems, including things like how the lines are arranged, what kind of powerful language is included, and maybe even thinking about what mood do you think the author wants you to feel. So, The Base Stealer. Poised between going on and back, pulled both ways, taut like a tightrope walker, fingertips pointing the opposites, now bouncing tiptoe like a dropped ball, or a kid skipping rope. Come on, running a scattering of steps sidewise. Now he teeters, skitters, tingles, teases, taunts them, hovers like an ecstatic bird. He's only flirting. Crowd him. Delicate, 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 delicate. Now, those of you who have played baseball can probably relate to this. But even though I haven't played baseball, I've watched a lot of baseball in my life. And so I can totally see the images that this author is trying to create for me. I'm thinking about some of the word choice in here that's really effective. And I love the image of taut like a tightrope walker. I love the way that alliteration sounds. Alliteration, remember, is when we hear the same sound over again. Taut like a tightrope is a good example of that. I also really like the way the author's using verbs in this poem, especially when he says down here, now he teeters, skitters, tingles, and teases. We hear a little bit of alliteration again, and it's also making me have a really strong picture of the way a base stealer looks. So I'm going to ask you to think about, what do you notice about the poem and what do you like about the language being used? Maybe you want to pick a line and say something about what it's making you picture, or maybe you want to pay attention to some kind of comparison that's being made here and you want to say something about it. Or maybe you want to think about the way the poem is organized into one big stanza rather than shorter stanzas. And why do you think the author did those things? So we're going to share our thinking, and then we're going to explain why we think the writer did those things. I can't wait to see what you share.